Previously on The Sims 4 Big Brother. The house was split into boys versus girls, with Mark being the boys' HOH and Vanessa being the girls. Mark nominated both Angela and Cassandra, while Vanessa nominated both Joaquin and Akira for eviction. Our four nominees became the first have-nots of the season, and now must sleep in the have-not bedroom, which is infested with radioactive rats. After both teams selected players to play in the veto, they headed into the backyard to play in the Hit the Target darts competition. Whoever scored the highest in darts won the power of veto. For the girls, the winner was Angela. And alongside her for the boys, the winner was Knox. Angela used that power of veto to save herself from the block, making Mark name a replacement nominee, and he selected Nilani, leaving Nilani and Cassandra to face eviction. Meanwhile, for the boys, Knox decided to use his power of veto on Akira, making Vanessa also have to name a replacement nominee, and she chose Johnny. Johnny and Joaquin now face eviction alongside Cassandra and Nilani. We are going to have one boy and one girl go home tonight. Who's it going to be? Find out now on Sims 4 Big Brother Season 2. We have a huge episode planned for tonight. Not only are two people going home, but we are also going to be crowning our new HOH and unleashing the level 2 twist. But before we can get to any of that, we need to do a little bit of catching up and see what's been going on inside the house. Following the power of veto ceremony, everyone is kind of just scattered around the house, still trying to chit-chat and get to know each other, and it looks as though Mark and Akira have formed a certain special bond. And it's not too long until Zoe sees this and wants to hop in as well. Could this be an alliance brewing, or maybe something more? Because once Zoe puts herself into the conversation, it soon turns a little flirty. I mean, Zoe naturally is really beautiful, and I'm sure that, Akira and Mark are attracted to her, but Akira is the one first to kind of step in and instantly begin flirting. He starts showing off his muscles, showing what a good ally he could be if they were to form an alliance together, and what good of a lover he could be if they formed something more.
Been perhaps?
Oh, Dina.
I'm surprised at how nonchalant Mark is with all this flirting going on in front of him. I don't know, maybe now in a modern day Big Brother season, a showmance doesn't have to just involve two people. Meanwhile, in the gym, Diego and Johnny decide to work out, or Diego tries to work out, but isn't really going too far for a while there. Now, exercising is a great way to not only de-stress in the house, but also that fitness skill could come in handy in future competitions. They are not the only ones working out, however, as Dina has been hitting the gym hard since entering the house. And apparently the gym hits back just as hard. One of the great ways for some of our house guests to bond is over a lot of the games that we have going on. So we see that Rohan and Nalani are bonding over a game of ping pong, which Nalani desperately needs if she wants to get some votes to stay. However, there's so many games in this house that it keeps everyone pretty busy. We see Cassandra is playing a game of horseshoe by herself, while upstairs, Mark relaxes in the arcade room. In the HOH room, however, Vanessa has barely left. She loves staying up there, taking nice hot baths, and watching over her fellow house guest using the TV up there. Now, in the last episode, we saw that Joaquin was trying to bond with a few of his house guests. In particular, we had him trying to bond with Angela. At the time, she was up on the block though, and really had no interest in bonding with a fellow nominee. But now that she is off the block and Joaquin is still on the block, she's finally kind of giving him the time of day. And he has not stopped flirting, and this time it looks like she's taking it a little bit more seriously and is flirting back. It is kind of funny to watch them flirt as they're just surrounded by a bunch of other house guests. In the Big Brother house, it's pretty hard to find any alone time, any bit of privacy, so all of the flirting, all of the kissing has to happen in front of not only all of your roommates, but of course in front of the viewers at home like you as well.
Gulba.
But as the flirting continues, it really does seem to be working on Angela, and in fact, the two of them share their very first kiss. Meanwhile, the rest of the house is a little bit scattered around. We see that Johnny has been spending almost all day on the yoga mat and is barely talking to any of his house guests. Even the HOH that was trying to do some yoga in there, he barely spoke a single word to her. Not looking too good for him on a social game front, and it looks as though Rashidah isn't having that good of a day either, as she ends up going and crying in bed. The Big Brother house can be pretty tough on everyone. However, most of the house are in pretty high spirits. After all, this is the last day that all 16 house guests will be in the house together, and a lot of them are taking this opportunity to party together up in the party lounge area upstairs. Akira is breaking it down on the dance floor, and it looks as though almost everyone is having a pretty good time. It looks as though both HOHs, Vanessa and Mark, have been taking turns all day playing in the arcade, and this time, Vanessa has a little bit of an audience. Back outside, it seems that all that flirting and kissing between Joaquin and Angela is really going somewhere, as soon Joaquin asks her if they want to get things a little bit more X-rated, and of course she says yes. Now, the issue with that is neither of them are HOH, so they don't really have a private place to go and do this. So, what do they pick? Of course, the bedroom right in front that doesn't even have a door to get into it. And they don't even do it in a bed, instead they just do it on a couch. A little bit risky. However, it looks as though Vanessa in the HOH room is enjoying the show and is watching the whole thing go down. And even though there's a fire burning between some of our house guest legs, it is not the only fire burning. In fact, the dryer has caught on fire, and now Knox is being burnt to smithereens. Thankfully, we have Bob there in the house, who puts on his fireman helmet and starts extinguishing Knox immediately. This has been a crazy first couple days in the house. Not only have we had almost half the house nominated for eviction, a fire, a woohoo, but now we're also going to have our first 2 evictions. Can you believe we're having a double eviction right away? So now we're going to cut back to the house and start the eviction vote. First up, why don't we do ladies first, shall we? Hello house guest and hello boys team. As you guys know, for level 1 you have been split into boys versus girls, and the boys have decided to nominate Nalani and Cassandra. Now the remaining 5 guys will vote for who they want to see leave. Mark, because you are HOH, you are not allowed to vote, and neither are the 2 nominees. Rohan, you are first up. Go on and head into the diary room and let's see who you vote to evict. Now, when it comes to voting, we're going to be doing this just like we do nominations and POV and all that stuff. We're going to open up his relationship statuses with everyone and see who he's closest to between Nalani and Cassandra. Whoever he is least closest to will get his vote to evict. And based off that, Nalani has gotten Rohan's vote to evict. So far that's 1 Nalani, 0 for Cassandra. Now it is Akira's turn to vote. Go on and head into the diary room and let's see who you choose. Alright, and Akira has voted to evict Nalani. That is 2 votes Nalani, 0 votes Cassandra. However, Diego, it is now your turn to vote. Please come on into the diary room. Alright, and finally we have a different vote. Diego actually chooses to vote to evict Cassandra, making it 2 Nalani, 1 Cassandra. We have 2 more votes to go. Bob, you're next up. Come on into the diary room. And Bob has also chosen to vote for Cassandra. We now have a 2-2 tie, meaning that Knox, you are our tiebreaker. Come on into the diary room and let's find out just who is going home. Alright, and with our last vote, it is official. Let's go on and announce it to the house. Alright, Nalani and Cassandra, when I reveal the vote, the person who is announced must immediately get up and leave the house. Now, with a very close vote of 3-2, I am sorry to announce the first person evicted and the first girl to leave is Nalani. Nalani, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Go on and say your goodbyes and head outside.
Ikla.
Kwarbadaish. Criminal.
Nastevie Funo. Larkham. Espo. Muma flows it. Zibonza. May pick a Shuma. Wobby Afflin.
Alright, Nalani has been evicted, but you can continue her story by downloading her over on the Sims gallery at my page, Hot Dogs Sims. And you can also find not only this house, but a complete blank shell of the Big Brother house for you to decorate on your own. However, we still have one more eviction to get to, so let's cross back over to the house. Alright, it is now time for the girls' team to vote. Vanessa as HOH has nominated both Joaquin and Johnny. One of you will be leaving and be the second person out of the Big Brother house. Now it's determined that our 5 remaining girls will be voting. Vanessa as ongoing HOH, you will not vote. And Rashidah, you are first up. So come on and head into the diary room and let's see who you vote for. Alright, and Rashidah has cast the first vote to evict of the night, and it is for Johnny. We have Johnny with 1 and Joaquin with 0. But I have a feeling Johnny's gonna get a second one as Angela is next up to vote. And I was right. You can't woohoo someone and then vote for them to be evicted. So right now, Johnny has 2 votes and Joaquin has 0. It is now Zoe's turn to vote. Alright, and Zoe has voted for Johnny to be evicted, which seals Johnny's fate. He will be the one leaving tonight, but let's see if he goes home with a unanimous vote or if any of the 2 remaining players vote for Joaquin. Kaori is up next to vote. Alright, so it looks like we do not have a unanimous vote as Kaori is the one person to vote for Joaquin. So right now we have a score of 3-1 with Dina being the last one to vote. Alright, and the last vote of the night goes to Johnny. Let's go ahead and reveal that to the house. Alright, Joaquin and Johnny, the votes are in and the decision has been made. When I reveal the vote, the person evicted must immediately get up and leave the house. And with a vote of 4-1, the second person eliminated and the first boy to go home is Johnny. I'm sorry, Johnny, you have been evicted. Please go on, say your goodbyes, and leave through the front door.
Skiba.
Aw. Oh, neat. Oh, groovy. Oh.
Alright, Johnny has been eliminated and is the second person to leave the Big Brother house so far this season. But just like Nalani, you are able to download him on the Sims Gallery and continue his story at home. And who knows, maybe one of them could return later on down the line. But for now, we are on to level 2 of this game, which means a new twist is about to be unlocked and unleashed into the house. And this one is Team A versus Team B. Now, in tonight's HOH, you guys are going to paint your way to victory. And by doing that, all of you will get your own easel and paint a picture of your choosing. Now, whichever the 7 highest scored paintings will form Team A, and the highest will be the HOH. Now for Team B, automatically you have Mark and Vanessa, as neither of them are able to compete in this HOH. The 5 Sims with the lowest scores will complete Team B, and those 5 will compete in a round 2 to figure out who will be the second HOH. So with that, let's have everyone go on and begin painting their first picture. Now, this Team A and Team B twist is going to work how I described the boys versus girls when working in the first episode. So we will have 2 HOHs. One is going to be in charge of Team A, and they are not able to nominate anyone from their team. The one that is HOH for Team B will not be able to nominate anyone from Team B and will have to choose a player from Team A. Does that make any sense? Did I say that as complicated as I could have? Okay. So, Team A's HOH will pick one player from Team B to be nominated for eviction, while Team B's HOH will pick one player from Team A to face eviction. So only 2 people will be up on the block. They will compete for power veto as normal, and only one person will be going home at the end of the week. Does that make any sense? So far, when it comes to the competition, everyone is still basically on even playing grounds. It's actually kind of interesting to see what paintings they all decide to paint, as a majority of them have gone with this dog cat painting. I think that's a cat at least. And we have a few others sprinkled around who have a higher artistic skill point. We see that Knox has gone with like a starry night background. That could potentially gain him some points. We have to see what it's worth at the end. And then we have a few other ones like Zoe painting an what's that even called? Like a landscape painting. But we have a few of our Sims finishing up right now. It looks as though Angela has actually completely given up and has quit the competition. Rohan has just now finished, which leaves Zoe as the last to finish. However, it's not about how fast you're painting, it's about how good that painting is.
Ooh, lava. Huh.
Alright, and now that everyone is done, I can announce that Kaori has won this first HOH with a score of 105, and she will be leading Team A. Now, Team A consists of Kaori, Zoe, Joaquin, Rohan, Diego, Akira, and Rashidah. If you want to see what these house guests scored in the competition, their results are posted in the description below. But for now, I'm just going to have them go into the living room and relax, because we are not done competing for the night. We still have one more round of HOH to begin with, and Kaori needs to discuss with her team who they'd like to nominate, because that nomination ceremony is going to be happening in the next episode. So, one last congratulations to Kaori. You will be nominating one person from the other team, and you will be safe for the week. But again, we still have round 2, and this one is between the 5 remaining players of the B team, which is Knox, Bob, Dina, Cassandra, Angela, and then we have Vanessa and Mark. Now, they are not going to be painting this time. Instead, we've all given them one block of wood, and they are needing to carve their way to victory. Whichever house guest is able to have the most expensive carved sculpture will win the second HOH, and that HOH will have the power to nominate one person from Team A.
Aha! Nota! Shazzle! Basaka. Quimbo.
And Dina might be last to finish, but again, it does not matter who finished first. It only matters how good of a sculpture they made. And with a final score of $77, Knox, you have won this HOH and will be the HOH for Team B. You may all now join the rest of your house guests in the living room. So, what do you guys think about this new twist that's unleashed upon the house? Are you rooting for Team A or Team B? As a quick reminder, Team A is Kaori as HOH, Zoe, Joaquin, Rohan, Diego, Akira, and Rashidah. And then for Team B, we have Knox as HOH, with Bob, Dina, Cassandra, Angela, Vanessa, and Mark. Again, each HOH must nominate one person from the other team, and one person will be going home next Friday. So definitely make sure that you hit the bell, subscribe, like, blah blah blah, all that stupid YouTube stuff. That way you can be notified when the next episode is posted on Sunday. And again, you can download all of these Sims and lots on the Sims Gallery at Hot Dog Sims. Follow me on TikTok and Twitter, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.